Hello. Hello, everybody. It's been a long time. It's me. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry it's been a long time, like practically about almost 6 months since our last video. And there's a few reasons why.
Actually, my sister Saki was here in Hawaii.
And, life, work, things like that. But the biggest reason why we've been gone so long is Monster Hunter World. We've been playing a whole lot of that. And so in this video, since we've played it so much, we wanted to basically share 8 things we'd like to see in Monster Hunter World.
Hope you enjoy.
Like many of you, you're probably chasing your bounties for armor spheres, and or if you're late in the game, you're probably chasing bounties for decorations or stream stones. This is where I'd like to see Capcom make an improvement, particularly with the fanged and bird wyvern hunts. At the moment, if I select the bird or fanged wyvern bounties and I want to hunt tempered versions to clear the bounty, the only monsters available are the Puke Puke for the bird wyvern and the Odogaron and Tobikadachi for fanged. However, there are a few more monsters in each category, the Tsiziyaku and Kuluyaku for the bird wyvern, and for fanged wyverns we have the Great Gyros, the Great Jagras, and Dodogama. Basically, I'd like to hunt a variety of tempered monsters to clear my bounties. I know there's an issue with rewards, but perhaps they can make receiving streamstones and top tier decorations extremely rare for hunting the smaller monsters. My point is, I'd like to hunt something else instead of Puke Puke every time I need to clear a bird wyvern hunt.
It's bothersome to have to go back and forth between the workshop and the training area whenever I need to test customizations for my bowguns. If there was an option to customize in the training area, it would make life a whole lot easier and save a ton of time. The loading time is ridiculous. At the moment, I just ask my husband to handle it because I can't be bothered. I wonder if any of you feel like me?
I had thought when they introduced a tracking system in Monster Hunter World that we would have to rely on our ability to notice subtle differences in the environment around us and the footprints left behind by monsters to track them down. But it turns out, like Monster Hunter games of the past, all we have to do is memorize where the monster starts and just head straight there. I don't know about you, but this is where hunts become routine, mundane, and like a chore. There's an opportunity here that Capcom can seize and make hunts much more exhilarating, especially with monsters like Odogaron, with the way it can squeeze in and out of little tunnels. We could easily become the hunted instead of the hunter. After all, we're on its home turf. And honestly, I've never been a big fan of the speedrun culture. I don't despise it. In fact, I have a suggestion I think that would take the speedrun competitions to the next level. Stick around, I'll cover that later in the video. I just think that hunts in the field need to be more unpredictable and less monotonous, grindy if you will. Wonder how you say that in Japanese.
I found only 2 or 3 outfits that I thought were cute in Monster Hunter World. In Monster Hunter Generations, there were kind of a lot of cute outfits, like the French maid, Scarali, Mizutsune, and more. I really enjoyed these outfits. Same as the Palico armor sets. They had a lot of cute outfits for them as well. More matching stylish designs. I don't know who is designing outfits this time around, but it would be nice if they could create more cute ones.
This one isn't something they can do for Monster Hunter World, but perhaps for future Monster Hunter games. I've always felt the way the arena has been implemented in the Monster Hunter series as rather boring. I only complete them to cross them off the list. There isn't much incentive to get an A rating except for bragging rights, and the weapons and armor received for completing arena quests have always been underwhelming. As I mentioned earlier, I've never been a fan of the speedrun culture, but I think the arena is the place where they can really make it thrive. A storyline connected to the arena is what is needed to draw players to the arena. Once players complete the storyline offline, having bested all of the NPCs, the game can encourage them to take their skills online to compete against the best in the world. And I don't mean PvP. Instead of the 2-player co-op, the idea I have is 2 hunters are separated by the fence in the arena. Both hunters face off against the same type of monster and then race to see who can defeat their monster first. I'm sure many of you would tune in to watch your favorite streamers compete against each other for the title of the world's fastest.
In previous Monster Hunters, Poogie could come inside the house and even sleep with us when we saved the game. Also, we could let him rodeo with our palicos. I felt much closer to him then than I do now in Monster Hunter World. I feel sorry for him that he's not allowed to come inside the house and has to sleep outside. I think old Poogie fans feel the same way.
A big complaint I've noticed about Monster Hunter World is the lack of the need to use the Gathering Hub, that the social aspect of the game is absent. I know Capcom recently corrected this with a patch update, giving us the option to return to the Gathering Hub after each quest. They also gave us the Cove to Wrath Siege, which can only be initiated and joined up at the Gathering Hub. Other than that, there still really isn't a need to be there. Of course, it would be simpler if Capcom made it a one-stop shop by including the workshop. However, I propose something much more fun. They have 2 tables at the top of the Gathering Hub. Aside from the gestures we can perform at the table and the arm wrestling barrel, there isn't much else going on there. Wouldn't it be grand if they gave us a card game to play up there? Of course, they could do something as simple as poker, but I'm thinking of something more along the lines of a collectible card game, like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh! They could create an original game from scratch, but what I'd really like to see is them work with Square Enix and give us Triple Triad, the card game that was introduced in Final Fantasy VIII. With the release of the Behemoth upon us, I think this is totally doable. I won't go into the details of how the game is played, but I will tell you that I used to play Final Fantasy VIII just to play Triple Triad. They could add cards to the rewards at the end of each hunt, change the pictures of the cards to those of the monsters, and we could build decks and play against our friends. I bet people would start hanging out in the Gathering Hub for sure.
And finally, to cap off our list, I'd like to talk about Palico armor skills. There are no skills for Palico armor in Monster Hunter World. Before, we could pick the skill we wanted them to learn in Monster Hunter Generations, and they became much more reliable partners. I want my Palico, Ku-chan, to have some kind of skills with her armor, like stun resistance. I wonder if Capcom will change this part?
Hey everybody,
Hello!
that was our 8 things that we wanted to see in Monster Hunter World. Actually, it was 7. We actually have a lot more, but we'll save that for another time. What I do want to see is my cousin Matthew. Tell your mom you want a PS4 and you want to join your big cousin. My cousin Eric, it's time, man. My cousin Santi, sell the Xbox version, get the PS4 version. My little buddy Berto, I know you're not old enough yet, but you will be, and when you are, I'll be ready. My buddy Carlos, what's up, man? When are you going to join the hunt? And my sister, Peter, it's time too. You guys need to save your money. You got time to join your brother and your other brothers so we can all hunt together, right? Right? So anyway, we got more coming up in the future. Rika's going to tell you all about it.
Yes, we already have Cat's video and also Saki's vacation video.
That's going to be really fun. I can't wait to work on it. Anyway, we'll see you next time. All right, bye.
Bye.